Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and today I'm using Jamie Sawyer's Tarot. And it's for Friday, March 26, 2021. But as always, I'm looking for a timeless message to help heal our souls. Okay. So we have the Eight of Swords as our theme. So of course that has us in the realm of feeling a little restricted, to say the least. But you know, it's all of the mind. It's just a belief. So we often have to ask, is it true? You know, it's like, remember Byron Katie, or not remember, she's still very active. When I lived in Ojai, I used to, I used to be very drawn to her work. I never worked with her personally, but I pretty much read everything that she's ever done or ever written. She's brilliant, and she had this worksheet that had questions on it. And, you know, basically when you're stuck in an area of your life, and it's usually in a relationship, she had this one question that would always just unravel everything. And basically, you know, you'd go through figuring out, like, you're naming the problem, you know, like it would be, I feel stuck. And then it might be something like, well, but why is that? You know, why are you stuck? And then so-and-so said this, and I don't know if I should do that or this or that, you know, like you're kind of in a dualistic split. And then, you know, my lead further, maybe the next question was something like, well, how do you think they feel about you, or how do you feel about them? And, you know, so you basically get inside your judgments about you and yourself and the relationship and life. And then the final, like the clincher of a question that would always get you is like, how do you know that's true? You know, so basically it gets you to like take the blindfold off and look inside and figure out, like, why do you believe that's true? And then when you realize, but maybe it's not, well, then you can get yourself out of your own self-created prison, which is what this card means to me. So our clues here, we have the Chariot. Ooh, that one's gorgeous. You know, all this water element reminds me that it is ruled by Cancer, you know, zodiac sign Cancer. So and the challenge with this card is to stay centered. As you're moving through life and making decisions, not to go too fast, but to stay centered. When it comes through reversed, that brings in that message that, you know, reinforces that need to slow down. And that when you're wanting big changes and it's not happening, we have to look inside and realize it's our belief system that's limiting us. And that's especially true when we have the Knight of Cups here, because the Knight of Cups is everything that we're attracted to, and it's movement towards things that we love. You know, it's movement towards connections with other people and all the things that we love about life. So when it's reversed, we have to ask, well, what are we afraid of? Are we afraid of being betrayed, maybe? Because the Knight of Cups sometimes is a tricky person, you know, a risky kind of an opportunity coming your way. But on another level, too, it's a card of feeling stuck and stagnant. And there's no movement here, and there's no movement here, and there's no movement here. So this, to me, is a bit of a lesson on what to do when you're feeling stagnant. So getting inside of the fear of feeling something will be what releases you. So you know, get up, move around, shake it off, get inside your body really good. Try to energize your body and get the feelings moving. And then the feelings will come up, the emotional reactions will come up, and they'll let you know. Now, I'm thinking with this Eight of Swords, it could be that the emotional reaction is really just a place where we've withdrawn, we've rejected ourselves. And if that's the case, we will stay stuck. We will stay stuck until we stop doing that. So it takes an act of courage. This card is all about courage as well, emotional courage especially. And then this card brings in the emotional courage to move forward and go for what you want. So let's use the Animal Spirit Oracle and let's see what it has to tell us. And that's this deck here, if you haven't seen it before, by Collette Baron-Reid. Okay. This one, and oops. And this one over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Oh, I love these colors. Okay, so, yeah, that's pretty true. When you're stuck, you just tend to the small things, but to get the energy moving, at least get the energy moving by tending to all the little things. And then these two cards here are speaking about manifesting. So the information here is to act as if, right? That's why I joke around sometimes with you guys saying, just fake it till you make it. But what I'm really trying to say is that whenever we're working to manifest something, we have to sit inside the experience of already having it. We have to visualize it. We have to imagine feeling it. Even if we can only get that feeling for 20 or 30 seconds, it's so powerful. It's so very, very powerful. So the more we sit in what it is that we truly want, the more we're drawing it to us, and then pretty soon we will be in it. That's what the act as if is. Sometimes, because this is a chameleon, of course, sometimes it's about adapting. So, but because, these stagnant cards are what we've had before, that tells me that part of the problem is acting as if everything's okay. And in relationships, that won't work. So it's like, honesty needs to come through, some communication needs to come through when we have the Eight of Swords. And mostly, communication on the inner levels with ourselves. But so, yeah, figuring out what all those little things are. What are all the little tiny ways that we avoid or act as if everything's okay? And just mask over, because the chameleon can mask. So it's important to get in touch with those things. But when it does come to manifesting, of course, Spider Spirit says, make your dreams real. These two cards go together really well on the level of, bringing something new in. But when it comes to a relationship issue, because these other cards make me feel that it's a relationship issue, for some of you. And if that's the case, then you have to go to the place inside where you feel being loved, where you feel being respected, where you feel yourself being seen and heard and most of all, understood. So that's beautiful. If you can get inside of that, act as if, imagine your relationships being full of lots of harmony and respect and fun. And get inside the details of what that would feel like. Then, of course, that's what will bring it in. But if we stay in the place where we feel like, I don't dare move, I feel really restricted in the relationship because I've been manipulated in the past, and now I don't know what to do or which way to go. Well, you can't get what you want from going at it from the angle of what you've had. I mean, it does help you work your way out of a box, right? I mean, like if you don't have a healthy or happy relationship, or if it's been really challenging in the past in relationships, it definitely teaches you what you don't want, and that is useful. That's definitely useful. But to get to what you really do want, you have to open up from a different. You have to, jump into like the Hanged Man card where you see things from different angles. Like I was saying before with Byron Katie's work, it's like ask yourself, is it really true? Like if you've always been disappointed in relationship, is it true that that's going to be the future? I mean, is it true that that's all you deserve? And of course that's not true. But you have to find those false beliefs to, get yourself out of like the self-created prison. And then it turns around and you've got a knight in shining armor coming your way, or at least people who want to share with you with the same level of love. And then you're moving forward quickly, but from your center. This is a very healing card. I mean, you see the wings, and this is like all about being centered. Very centered within the masculine and the feminine forces within. So the feminine energy and the masculine consciousness, where there is consciousness, of course, in the feminine, but the feminine's more open to, just think of feminine as receiving, and think of masculine as acting. But, I think it's pretty active to receive. So it's, and in the spiritual realm, there's no such thing as a separation in the masculine and feminine. It's all one. That's why you can manifest instantaneously. So, okay, well, I think that's it. But yeah, make your dreams real. Sorry if spiders freak you out. I'm sorry. Maybe this one's better. I'll hide that one. Act as if. But don't be fake, speak your truth, but act as if. And focus on all those little details to bring it in. Because they're very important. Okay, you guys. Thanks so much, and take good care. Bye.